Hey guys, so you are just about to see the most recent video with Sarah Summers, Miss USA 2018. But real quick, I always do a shout out of the week, so I wanted to do that first. Last video was all about my major skincare issues, guys, and I had a lot of really sweet responses. So I'll link the video here, and I'm also shouting out Rachel Volts. She said, I always struggle with skin issues. I've seen your skin in person and I think it's flawless. I had no idea. You're still gorgeous, but hats are definitely a must for me when laying out and doing hikes. I agree, girlfriend. Hats are a must for me as well. So now we will get into this week's Try Tea Tuesday. And there is also a question of the week, but you have to watch the video because it's in the video kind of towards the middle end. So check it out. Okay. Hello.
Hi guys.
We have Miss USA here, and I'm wearing my USA shirt, so you know, I'm trying to like make it work today.
Always and forever.
This lighting is, we gotta keep it right there. Okay, so Sarah, you're almost done being Miss USA.
I know. It's really crazy.
Heck, it's crazy.
You've been a great resource for me though.
Thank you.
I'm excited.
The sisterhood is pretty cool. Like we get to talk, hang out, be there for each other, whether it's you or Deshauna or Kyra, like we have like this really cool sisterhood.
I like our little group message. We don't talk in it all too much because that would be, I think,
a
just
lot of group
a
messages.
lot.
Yep.
But it is really funny. I know, how far back does it go? To Aaron Brady, I know, isn't it?
Yes, Aaron Brady, me, Olivia.
Little
Deshauna,
things.
Yeah, it's
like
good.
about the apartment and just moving across the country for your years.
Right. It's a lot.
Something nobody else can really relate to. It's such an interesting experience.
Very few women have ever been Miss USA, so we gotta help each other out. Okay. Exactly. Okay, so sorry. Stepped all over her foot. I have three main questions for you that I feel like people want to know. So if there's any aspiring pageant girls out there, what advice would you give to them? Because I feel like each of us, we have our different ways that we prepare, different things that we felt like set us up for success when competing and then
of course
getting the crown. So if someone wants to be Miss USA, what would you tell them?
First of all, I'd say that no matter what obstacle you foresee that might be in your path to that title or to that goal you're trying to chase, just knock it down and don't even focus on that. Because if you focus on the obstacles, then they're going to be there. For me, Nebraska had never won before, and I think a lot of people just thought, oh, it's
not going to happen.
It's not possible.
Right.
And you're you, and you all deserve to be here once you're especially at this level. And your state necessarily, it's not about if your state's ever won before. So don't foresee obstacles as complete roadblocks.
Yeah.
You can jump over them, you can push them down, hurdle over it.
Yep.
Just don't fixate on those possible negative things. And then second piece of advice for somebody that wants to do it is, my biggest epiphany was when I learned to truly stop comparing myself.
And it's hard to do, but if you can get there.
It absolutely is. And for me, it happened in college. It had nothing to do with pageantry because that's just something we need to learn in life.
Right.
I had my first ever heartbreak in college. And we haven't talked about this.
No.
And he completely broke my heart. And he had an older brother who also was dating a girl for a long time. They broke up, and then they both grew separately and got back together. They got married. And so the whole time I was like, oh, that's going to happen to us too, just comparing our relationship to theirs. And then I realized, no, no one's relationship is exactly the same.
Yep.
And I should stop doing this.
Yep.
So
stop trying to be like someone else or think like, oh, maybe we could, you know.
Amen. Exactly. No relationship's the same. No person's brain, heart, experiences is the same. And once you can just truly embrace that and live it, then it's just so much more at peace. Life is just so more peaceful, and you can just rock the stage and rock an interview as you.
Absolutely. I agree. I feel like that was something that really helped me too, is like you just have to stay in your own lane and focus on you and stay positive. Like you were saying, don't let those things that you think might be roadblocks be roadblocks.
Yeah.
I literally, it's probably a little bit crazy, but I look at every bad thing as a good thing. Like for example.
It's true.
Don't pretend it's good. Be like, oh, cool, that's gonna give me extra luck. Like
you get to choose your attitude,
and
choose joy, and choose the positive thoughts, and you gotta block out the negative ones.
Choose joy. That's a good one. Okay, next question. So you are Miss USA currently.
Not much longer.
I know someone else is gonna be Miss USA soon. So something that I've realized from before being Miss USA and then having the job is that there's so many things that I had no idea about.
Absolutely.
Like that it was really a full-time job and
right.
amongst other things. So what's one thing that people might not expect expect or know that is part of the job of being Miss USA?
One thing that I was super thrown off by at first and had to quickly adjust to was, I mean, I graduated with 2 degrees in 4 years, and I worked at Lululemon, and I was a Pilates instructor, and I was very busy, so I had to schedule all the time, and I used an actual physical planner and color-coded things.
I love it.
It was just, I had to because I was so busy.
Yep.
And then when you win Miss USA, you give your whole life over to your manager, and because they schedule your events, your appearances, your travel.
Even your workouts, like everything.
Well, they have to, because I don't know if tomorrow at 3 o'clock maybe I have an event, so then I can't book my workout class. And that was honestly my biggest adjustment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Truly.
It's kind of crazy. I think people don't realize that your life is, not that it's not your life, you still get to be you. Kind of feels like it sometimes. But someone else is in control of your full schedule. You get an email at the end of the day, every day for the next day.
Yeah.
So you're just like, hey, can I have a day off, please? Or, it kind of depends on how busy or not it is.
And it's odd because we're grown women by the time we have this position.
Yes.
So you're an independent young woman, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, here's my life.
Taken away, but with the biggest blessing. Like, yes, your independence is taken away, but then it's also a huge blessing because of all the things you get to do.
Now I want them to keep doing it for the rest of my life.
Right.
But now I have to readjust to having my own schedule again.
Let me tell you something that...
Is that weird?
Okay, so I don't know if I've said this on Shy Tea Tuesday before or anything, but I cried the morning after Emily, if she watches this. I literally, because our rooms were adjoined, like she was in the room next to me, and I walked through the door and she was gone, and I just started crying. Daniel was with me, but I was like, I'm alone.
Yeah.
I was like, they don't care about me anymore. Not that they don't, of course. You just feel alone.
Year, and then the next one, it's her opportunity.
And the minute that someone else wins,
that's them.
They don't. No one's calling you.
I know.
No one's emailing you. No one's like, "Hey, girl, are you okay? Do you need anything?"
Or you're gonna be doing this. This is this. Yeah.
Exactly. Maybe your man will be doing that for you, but or at least checking if you're okay. Because Emily's kind of like a older sister, Mama Bear, like the Miss USA manager, and then once she's gone, she's gone.
I know. She got a new one.
Yeah, exactly.
Has to devote her time there, and so it was definitely a big adjustment that I didn't foresee. I knew that you moved to New York for a year. I know that it's a full-time job. I didn't realize oh wow, I can't even schedule my own brow wax.
Right.
Weird.
You have to get Emily to put it on the schedule so it coordinates with everything else.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
That was the oddest.
Last question. All right. Oh yeah. What are you doing after Miss USA? Hello.
Yay!
She's doing so many great things.
All the things.
Tell us about it.
I'm following your footsteps.
Yay!
We both got engaged while we were Miss USA.
Yes.
And I'm getting married about the same time that she did as well. So hint, hint, hint.
Yeah, because I know you haven't said your date yet, which I know you're not going to say on here, but maybe the same season.
Yes, same month.
Maybe.
Yeah. So very, very excited about that. I'm just excited to be in the same city, for heaven's sake, as each other, because we've been long distance for so long.
Yeah.
When I was in Oklahoma as a student in child life, he was in Dallas, and so that was 3 hours. Then I was in Nebraska, and that was 10 hours. And now I'm in New York, and that's I don't even know how many hours if we were to drive it.
It's ridiculous. So,
excited for that. Also excited I'm launching. My website will go live.
Yay!
I'm going to
link it down here so you guys can check it out.
Please and thank you. I'm really, really excited to be pushing it's a soft launch of some female empowerment jewelry pieces that I'm really excited about.
I can't wait to buy some.
I'm pumped.
Yes.
Really, really excited. Each contestant here at Miss USA has received one from me.
Ooh.
And then I also have launched a podcast.
Which is so good. I've already been listening to it.
I'm really passionate about it. Yay. I didn't realize that this is just my thing. I have, it's 30 plus episodes that are already planned out, which is ridiculous.
Yes. Can I be on it?
Yeah, you're on there. We just have to figure out
what
we're going to talk about. So y'all comment below and tell us what we should talk about on my podcast.
Yes, please. We would love to know what you want to hear from us.
But overall, it's called More Than a Crown, and I really kind of wrestled with having that as my title because it's not a pageant podcast.
Right.
But for me, being Miss USA has been such a launching pad to my future, and just as it is for all of us. Yep. And so it is more than a crown, or more than that big exam, or more than the number on that scale, or the likes on that photo. It's just more than whatever that big goal is you're fixating on. Your life is so much more. I mean, I'm 24 years old, and this amazing life achievement happened, but I still have a whole life to live. So what's next?
What's next? Yep.
So each episode I interview someone that's been really influential in my life so that they can share their wisdom with my listeners.
I love it. So good. So Sarah got to where she's at because of all these people that she knows and has met and have poured into her, and now they get to
Amen.
pour into you.
Amen.
So, yay. I'm going to link everything for Sarah below, obviously her Instagram and her website and her podcast. Make sure you guys listen. So, podcasts are the bomb, and Sarah's is amazing.
I have a lot of friends.
The bomb? I just said the bomb. How?
I'm
That's
proud of you.
embarrassing. Daniel would punch me.
that.
I mean, he wouldn't actually punch me, you guys. He would just be like, really?
Really?
I like
No,
martial art background.
I'm about it.
I throw out like things like, oh, I'm gonna punch you, but I'm not really that aggressive.
No, she's not. She's like, she's a super sweetie.
Yeah.
A super sweetie. But what was that? What were you talking about?
Sorry, podcasts.
Podcast.
Website.
Oh yeah. So I
Things
wasn't
after
a
Miss
huge,
USA.
huge podcaster.
Okay.
But I'm interested in getting more into hosting, and so I found an interest in podcasts for that because I love hearing people's stories. I love asking them lots of questions, kind of grilling them.
Yep.
So that's what kind of got me in the door. And then when I started listening more, I was like, wow, my workouts are flying by. I love music, but when I started listening to podcasts as a workout,
You're like hooked in, and then you forget what you're doing, and
you listen to the whole podcast and your workout's over. It's
exactly
fabulous.
Yes, so lovely. So listen to hers while you're working out or whatever else you're doing. Yay! Thank you for being on Chai Tea Tuesday.
Thank you for having me.
We'll
I
have
want to
to-
come back.
Yay.
I'm going to come visit you in LA.
Please do. Plenty of trips. We'll do lots of girls.
Some
trips.
double
Or we can travel
dates.
together.
Yes. Where should we go?
Bali, Thailand, Philippines, Hawaii, Costa Rica. Those are my favorite places. What about you? What do you
I've
think?
never been to any of those.
What? Not even Hawaii?
Well, I've been to Thailand.
Oh, well, of
Obviously.
course Thailand.
I
But
can
not
take it there.
Bali.
I've never been to Hawaii.
Not the
I've not been to
Philippines.
Indonesia. I've not been to the
The
Philippines.
Philippines is one of my most favorite places in the world. I think I'm going to go next year. So if you want to join me and Daniel, you can totally join us.
Oh, that will be cool. I
Okay.
I was kind of obsessed with the mangoes in Thailand. Just a little silly, quirky thing about me. And everyone told me I had to go to the Philippines
It's
because
like a thing.
apparently they're even more fabulous.
It's a huge thing in the Philippines.
So let's go.
Let's go. All right. Well, thank you for being on Chai Tea Tuesday, and
Thank
cheers
you.
to Chai Tea Tuesday.
Cheers to Thai Tea Tuesday.
Oh, look at this. She got her Miss USA cup. All right.
Only for a few more days.
Bye, guys.
Cheers.